Hey guys, welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel. My name is Violetta Alexis and I've been a tarot reader for 5 years. Before we go ahead and get into your reading, I would like to share something with you. Today's video is sponsored by Psychic Source, and I only work with companies I feel genuinely good about. Psychic Source has been around for over 35 years, connecting people like you and me with professional, experienced advisors through phone, text, or video. No gimmicks, no pressure, just real conversations when you need clarity, guidance, or a second opinion about something that's been weighing on your heart. What I appreciate most is their honesty. If you walk away from a reading feeling unsatisfied, they won't leave you hanging. They'll make it right, their satisfaction guaranteed. And today is your lucky day because they are offering my viewers something incredibly generous. 40 minutes with your chosen psychic for $19.80 using my code Violetta. If you've been curious about getting a personal reading as opposed to a general one, this is a great low-risk way to try it. Just go to trypsychicsource.com/Violetta. Click the link in the description box or in the pinned comment section. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel, and thank you so much to Psychic Source. Let's go ahead and get right into your reading. Aries, what's going on? Let's go ahead and see what you don't see coming. The Emperor reversed is your energy. I definitely feel like you feel disempowered in some way, like something has been taken from you. You're not really feeling like yourself. You don't really feel like you have control. I'm kind of getting the advice of don't ignore your response. And then we got the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords can be when you're ignoring something. So that's really interesting. Don't ignore your responsibilities just because you either just feel like you got your ego hurt or your pride bruised in some way. We've all been there, right? Because that can definitely show up with that Emperor reversed and that Two of Swords. Because you're allowing something to get in the way of the bigger picture or a decision that you really need to make. I like this. The Page of Pentacles is here. It almost feels like you're trying to uphold something or keep something going that isn't really sustainable anymore. And there's a new opportunity to create something new, to learn something new, to build something new. But it's like you're so gung-ho about whatever this other thing is that you're ignoring the newness or you're ignoring the new opportunity. What's going to surprise you most likely is that something is coming back around that you probably didn't expect to. So we're going to see what that is. The Hermit reversed. It could be a Virgo specifically. Somebody that was kind of hiding out from you for a while, they're coming back around, and it seems like they're interested in talking to you about a specific relationship or inquiring about education or just some kind of relationship between the two of you. What does this person want from Aries? They want to revisit some kind of issue or problem that the two of you have had. What's the problem? The yeah, you had a relationship with this person, or this is somebody that you may have family issues with. Maybe you have a family with them. Maybe you guys have kids together. Maybe it actually is family. This is somebody who has a pretty strong moral compass or moral belief system. They can be spiritual, or this person can even be a mentor. The way that you're going to know who this is this is somebody who maybe took some time out, or maybe somebody who's usually quite a loner, maybe a Taurus or a Virgo specifically with that Hermit and that Hierophant there. But it seems like this person has a bone to pick with you. And they want to talk about something that didn't work or something that isn't working. Maybe this is a relationship that you already have and they're like, hey, this isn't really working for me, or something in the dynamic isn't really working for me. Can we talk about this after maybe icing you out for a while or something? And I don't think that you're really going to expect it for some reason. Your advice is to do something different, to come out of your comfort zone a little bit, to make a plan instead of just avoiding something that you're supposed to be building or doing or putting energy into. Because it can be that you're allowing your emotions to get in the way of something bigger for you, something bigger than you. But you're holding yourself back because you have maybe animosity towards someone, or you're like, well, you don't trust me, so I'm not even going to try anyway. Or it's like, nope, don't do that. You know, come up with a solid plan to make something better, or to do something better, to build something better. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. So for some of you, if this is about love or a business partner, it may be saying like you need to choose. But you need to choose someone that is either different, maybe the less traveled path, or you need to do something else entirely and kind of go your own way. But it's saying like there's an old way of doing something and there's a new way of doing something. So based on what you choose is how your life is going to go, or how the rest of the week is going to go, how the rest of the 3 months are going to go. But this is a big choice. This is a big decision. And it's like you really can't avoid it. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles really quick. Damn, the Empress reversed. This can be around a mother figure, or like somebody who's like the mother of your children or the father of your children or something like that. And there's an energy to nurture something and to create something. But it's like, I don't know if you're just, it almost feels like you're avoiding the value in it because of your pride, or because you can't let something go. So you kind of have to ask yourself if it's worth it. For some of you, this is reversed. Anyway, thanks a lot, Aries, and take care. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hey, Taurus, let's see what you don't see coming. Show me Taurus. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles. I love your energy. You're really ready to do the work. And I kind of feel like this is a lesson learned about something. I'm almost getting this energy of like, okay, well, that way didn't work, so let's do it this way. Feels like you're integrating something, integrating some kind of lessons. Nine of Wands reverse. Yeah, it's like you're giving it. I got that with Aries a little bit. Like there was some kind of pride about doing something a certain way, or there has been pride about doing something a certain way, but it hasn't really been working for you. What's the opportunity about? The Seven of Pentacles, some kind of financial investment that looks pretty promising. Of course, this is not financial advice. You're responsible for all your own decisions. But that Nine of Wands reverse and the King of Cups reverse, it's like there's a clear opportunity to really invest in a direction that looks promising, or that looks like it's going to pay off. But at the same time, you may not be very emotionally mature about the situation, or you're pretty emotionally shut down. It's almost like you've kind of given up on life, you know, a little bit. You can be paranoid about the new opportunity. You can be thinking, oh, maybe it's too good to be true or whatever. But there's kind of a choice that you need to make, because you've been investing in one direction for a while, and it's like, is it really working? Okay, maybe if it's not, then you need to integrate something new into it. And if it's just not working, maybe this new opportunity is what will. Maybe this new opportunity is what will work. Yeah, see? Because I feel like you're a little bit triggered about realizing that you're probably going to have to let something go, or again, you're going to have to start over in some way. And I feel like you're being a little bit passive about it as well. And like, maybe you need to be, you know, maybe you just need to be like, okay, well, you know, just time to let it go, I guess. The Nine of Swords reverse. I think that what you're so worried about, or what you're so paranoid about, you're going to find that you actually had to worry about nothing at all. Have you ever done that before, where you worried yourself and you freaked yourself out, and then it ended up being absolutely nothing, or it ended up being better, Six of Wands, than you thought it was. Like for some of you, maybe you're paranoid about your reputation. Maybe you're paranoid about whether or not you're going to win something. I think that you are, but it's like you have to give it a fighting chance. Because some kind of opportunity that you're taking or that you're doing or whatever may get you out of a really good like a really shitty financial situation, or may make you feel less ostracized, or will make you feel like you belong in some way. Because you're getting some kind of unexpected recognition during this time. And I think that you're a bit surprised by that. You're like, oh, okay, I didn't know that the boss was going to like that. Or I didn't know that that piece I wrote 5 years ago was going to blow up. Or, you know, it's like, I don't know, but you're worried about something. Why is the Six of Wands here? You may have taken a risk or done something on impulse, and then you actually find out that it works in your favor. Okay. That's what that kind of looks like to me. Okay. Let's see here. Page of Wands reverse. Okay. So you may be lacking confidence in a situation, but it's telling you to just start, just do the thing, just start, just write the book, just film the video, just do the thing. Because the way that you've been going about things with that Page of Wands reverse and the Ten of Swords, it's like, I feel like you've been trying to delay some kind of ending, and you think it's all bad and you think it's terrible, and like, oh God, you know, I don't want to end this, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to, but you're going to find that once you just let the shit go, it's going to feel like a weight is off your shoulders. You're going to be like, oh my God, I was so scared about that, and I'm so glad it didn't work out, or I'm so glad I just finally let that go. You know, it's like maybe you've had this LLC that just isn't really working out. You can't keep up with the fees, and you just like shut it down, and you started a brand new business, fresh and clean slate. And it's like, oh God, I'm so glad I did that, you know, and you had like worry about it or whatever. Okay. So I feel like you're letting something go. You're releasing something. There's nervousness around it, or you're fearing it. You're having to rebuild. And then you find that everything that you were worried about ends up actually working out in your favor in the long run. So try not to trip out too much, okay? Thanks a lot, Taurus. Take care. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hey, Gemini, let's see what you don't see coming. And first, we're going to check out your energy. The Magician reversed. There's definitely a lot of self-doubt. It almost makes me feel like you're surrounded by people that you think are better than you, or that you think have more gifts, or they're more talented, or they have more abilities. But I kind of feel like you're selling yourself short a little bit. I do think that you're open and curious with that Page of Swords. There's something that you're seeing online that may make you kind of doubt something that you can do. But I really think it's just about you having some kind of missing information, which is like the puzzle piece to finish the puzzle. The Seven of Cups reversed. What is that Seven of Cups reversed about? The Lovers reversed. Tell me about that Magician reversed. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I told you, it's like something, it's like other people. So what is the best way I can explain this? And I feel like these are also different situations. I don't feel like they're all cohesive. So I think that you're like working in a group, or you're seeing people online. Maybe you're in a study group or a workshop or something, and you're doubting yourself because you feel like these people are so good. Like they're so good at something, or they're so much better than you. But it's really just that you still have a lot to learn. And so I think that you keeping an open mind about it, and just soaking up the information, and also remembering that you too have something to offer this group or offer this community or offer these people or offer your coworkers or your boss. Just because somebody has more experience, or maybe they're of a higher rank than you, or whatever it may be, or they have more followers, does not mean that you're not good or that you don't have something to offer. And so I think that for a lot of you, you're kind of seeing through, like, with that aside, you're also seeing through like a love partner, or you're seeing through somebody that you used to maybe wear rose-colored glasses around, and you're kind of getting like a little bit of a reality check. So you may be spying on someone or looking through someone's phone. And I don't want to like cause anxiety or anything, okay? It can be like a friend, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, like, I guess I'm glad that I saw that, you know. And you're gonna kind of go into healing mode a little bit, and you're gonna go, okay, well, that's not really my problem anymore. You knew it the whole time, baby. High Priestess. And it's like, it's surprising, but not really, because it's something that you feel. You're gonna realize that you've kind of known it the whole time. But maybe Seven of Swords, you've known it the whole time, but you just tried to avoid it, or you didn't want to look at it, or whatever. And so now you can finally see the truth about someone or something. And I really think that what's going to surprise you the most is you're just like, okay, I feel like I'm kind of numb to this. I don't think that I really give a fuck anymore. And I think that helps you see your potential or see your worth in some way, maybe. Like, I remember I let this guy hurt me for so long, so many times. And then finally he did it like the last time, and it just like numbed me out. And I was like, yeah, I don't really care about what you think anymore. I don't even know why I was tripping over this person. You know, it feels like that, which I know doesn't sound the best, but I do believe that you're going to be in a better situation because of it. What's that Seven of Swords? Yeah, the Knight of Wands reverse. Somebody who was inconsistent, being a player, being an idiot, you know, somebody who was just trying to get attention or whatever. Yep, that's what it looks like to me. The Justice. Regardless of how you're feeling, try not to make an impulsive decision. Try to make a decision from your moral high ground. Think about what you do. Like, for instance, let's say you want to seek revenge, right? Think about how that would affect others. Think about what kind of energy you'd be putting out there. Because when you seek out revenge, which I'm not saying that's what you're doing, okay, it's just an example. When you seek out revenge, you're basically telling spirit, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, don't worry about this. I got this. No need to intervene. So it's about making the right judgment call. And also taking accountability for how you got here in the first place. Doesn't mean that you did anything wrong to this person. Not necessarily. It's just like, okay, were there certain red flags that you ignored? You know, did you intentionally misjudge this person? Because remember, at one point that Seven of Cups was in the upright, which tells me that there was some kind of rose-colored glasses, seeing someone through a veil kind of situation. So it's like, did you purposely misjudge somebody? You know, the King of Wands. This is about you being confident and taking the lead, male or female, it doesn't matter. Being confident, taking the lead, stay motivated, focus on your work. Okay, focus on your work, focus on your bigger goals. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a lover. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's somebody that you were very close to, and you're like, oh God, you know, I didn't see that before. Have you always been this way? You know, that happened to me. I was like, oh my God, you know, after that Neptunian fog in Pisces and it moved into Aries, I like felt like I woke up about somebody. I was like, you're weird, you know? So, but you have to take the lead now in your own life, and don't make any decisions where your emotions get too involved. Keep your wits about you. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thanks a lot and best of luck. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Okay, Cancer, let's see what you don't see coming. First, we're going to go ahead and take a look at your overall energy. We're going to work our way down from there. Show me Cancers. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. I feel like career is a little stale. Something that you've been working on is a little stale. It can even be like a workout routine or a fitness routine or quite literally a job. Something that you do every day or something that you've been trying to master is feeling a little bit dull. So you're bored. You seem to be bored. Maybe it's a certain way of making money. And with that Five of Swords, you may be trying to, I don't know, win. You may be trying to do certain things to be able to get ahead in some kind of way. I don't really think that you're bored per se. I mean, maybe you do feel bored, right? But I feel like it's more so you just needing to find a different way to go about something or a different way to do something. And you have the Hangman here. So I think that within reason, you're kind of willing to see a different perspective or even willing to surrender or sacrifice something that you've been so determined to prove, which can even be something in regards to your reputation. Sometimes the Eight of Pentacles reverse can be like, you know, a bad reputation or ruining your reputation or somebody ruining their reputation with you, but this is in your energy. So I'm kind of wondering, like, if you just felt as though you've had something to prove and now you're like, oh God, why am I even trying? You know, why am I trying to prove my value? Why am I trying to prove that I'm really good at this or I'm such a good person? Like, you know, so you're kind of getting to that place. It's almost like when you keep trying and trying and trying, and then you're just kind of like, you know, you just kind of give it up a little bit. We have the Sun reversed and the Six of Cups reversed. It kind of feels to me like somebody's not very happy with you. And I think that this might be part of what this is. Look at that. The Sun reversed, the Six of Cups reversed, and the Six of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, you may be surprised to find out like somebody didn't like your service or somebody doesn't appreciate the work that you do, or they maybe are taking advantage of your kindness or something like that. But it feels like somebody's not really fully letting you in on something. It also feels to me like somebody has, like, I don't want to say they have it out for you, but it's almost as if they're trying to compete with you in some way. Like that Sun reverse can be somebody who's, you know, trying to show up and act like they're Billy Badass and they are bragging about themselves. And it's like they can't really deliver on what they're saying. They just feel incompetent or they feel inferior to whomever they're around or whomever's in the room. And I really feel like it's based on somebody that is holding a grudge towards you. For a very small few of you, even like just one of you, you may find that somebody steals something from you because they're jealous or they're hating. Okay. But it's really about ego or pride. So just keep that in mind. And it can even be like a piece of content, or, you know, maybe they saw you posted a really good video that went viral and now they're trying to like copy you. I had a few people do that to me before on TikTok a long time ago. So maybe it's something like that, you know. But if anything, and I know this is really hard, but if anything, I really want you to take it as a compliment. Okay, try to take it as a compliment. It doesn't mean don't defend yourself, or, you know, it doesn't mean like don't protect yourself or whatever. I'm not saying that, but it is a compliment. You got to be doing something right? The Eight of Wands reversed with the Chariot and the Four of Swords reversed. I really think it's not about forcing your narrative or forcing people to see something, trying to prove yourself in some way. If anything, I think it's just about you doing what kind of scares you and doing it anyway. Coming from a healed place. Get out of your head, get into your body, have fun, do the thing that does scare you a little bit. Have the courage to go after it. But if you feel like it's forced, it's probably not it. Like if you feel like you're just pushing a brick wall as slowly as you can, like you're in some weird dream. You ever try to like run in a dream and you're just like, you know, it may not be meant to be. So That's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much. I'm wishing you the best of luck, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. What's going on, Leo? Let's see what you don't see coming. Oof. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. or Mrs. 10 of Pentacles. Money's looking great. This can be a relationship that you're in, a marriage that you've been in, whatever it is, it looks pretty good. The only thing is you seem a little demotivated, maybe you're a little tired, maybe feeling a bit uninspired. It's almost like that moment where you feel like you've reached the peak of something, and then you're like, okay, like now what? You know, that's kind of the vibe. The devil. Ooh, I'm getting this energy of something going so well, and then your mind comes in and starts saying things like, well, what if I don't deserve this? What if I don't deserve this? What if it doesn't work out? What if it goes really bad? What if it goes really good? So it's like you need to detach from some kind of thinking, or there may even be something that's draining your life force, like draining your energy in some way that you need to detach from or let go of. What is that? The ace, it can be your, as Minnow Pantera would say, your stinking thinking, you know? And for some of you, you may be suppressing what it is that you're really thinking. Like certain things that you want to share with the world, maybe certain opinions or whatever it is. And you may feel like your opinions or what you have to say or your beliefs or whatever it is not valued. But that's just a narrative you've told yourself because somebody maybe told you that it wasn't valuable. And so I feel like this is really going to be a time where you're probably going to have to do some psychological work, you know, a little bit to kind of get out of your head. Get out of your head. Get out of your head, at least with that narrative, and then kind of come back when you're ready. I feel like you need to take a nice walk. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. The 3 of Cups reversed. Yeah, I feel like you have some haters. So you got some naysayers, and that's okay. I mean, you got to think about it, right? It's like if everybody agreed with everything that you said all the time, you must not be being very authentic. If you were being authentic, not everybody would like you. Not everybody would agree with everything that you had to say, right? So you can at least pride yourself on that. 10 of Wands reversed. It almost feels like somebody's trying to make something harder on you than it really needs to be. Okay. So we have the 3 of Cups reversed, the 10 of Wands reversed, and then the 4 of Wands. Tell me about that 4 of Wands. The Queen of Swords. I think that once you finally do speak your mind, instead of like hiding in a corner or being afraid of what other people are going to think, that's when you're really going to break free. And I think that despite the gossip, rumors, drama, or people trying to make your life harder, like despite all of that, once you actually speak your mind and stop suppressing what it is that you've been thinking or wanting to say, that's when the celebration comes. That's when the tribe comes in. That's when the parties come, or the festivals, or the just feeling like you can break free. But it's almost like being a prisoner of your own mind. You're a prisoner of your own mind when you don't allow yourself to speak your mind. And like, I get it. Sometimes we've got to shut our mouths, right? But I do feel like you have hit this kind of jackpot. I don't even want to say hit the jackpot, because I don't feel like, I feel like that's doing you a disservice, because I think that you've really earned where you are, Leo. But you have hit some kind of peak. And now you're just like, okay, well, maybe I'll just stay put. You know, it can be that. It's like, no, there's something about people needing to hear what you have to say, or needing to write something or publish something. Like, there's something about that. Your advice, 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Stop focusing on what didn't work out, and I want you to focus on what is working out, because there's new opportunities available to you. Get out and meet people. If you need to apologize to someone, apologize. You know, it can be that somebody's going to apologize to you as well. That can be it. But if you feel like you need to clear the air with someone, by all means, like, do it. Do it, you know? What's the worst that can happen, honestly? And for others of you, it's like you got to stop focusing on the past and what didn't work out, because you have other things that are available to you that that are really would prove themselves to be useful if you would turn around and look at them. Okay, so I don't know what that looks like for you. Only you are going to know that. But I love you. All right, I'll talk to you soon, Leo. Have a good one. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. All right, Virgo, let's see what you don't see coming. But first, we're going to be taking a look at your overall energy. So let's see, Virgo. Ace of Pentacles reverse. I'm getting the word disgruntled for some reason. I'm getting the word disgruntled. You're really deciding that something just isn't working out anymore, specifically financially or in regards to a job. Maybe you know, have been paying a certain bill for a long time, or paying somebody, and now it's just like not working out. And you're like, okay, I need to make a better judgment call for myself. So it seems like with that Queen of Pentacles, you're in a more stable position, potentially because you're letting go of whatever this opportunity is. What is this? Ace of Pentacles reversed. The Ten of Cups, it can't be around a relationship, to be honest. Or maybe there's some kind of shared financial thing going on. But you're like, I'm just not really fulfilled here. Or there's something financially that's not really working out in regards to family. Like maybe even giving family or giving what is going on? Mercury retrograde, right? Giving family money, and you just find that they're really not doing anything with it. They just keep spending it, and you're like, okay, well, I'm not doing that anymore. Or maybe it's that there's some kind of merging of finances, or maybe even going into business with a partner, and you're like, yeah, I don't really think that's for me, you know? And so with that Judgment and that Queen of Pentacles, this can be where we're making a bigger decision, a harsher decision, to take care of ourselves first. That Queen of Pentacles, she's 9 out of 10 times going to put herself first, because she understands, or he understands, that how am I supposed to take care of anybody else or fulfill anybody else if I myself am not taken care of? So I can kind of see that happening as well. For a lot of you, there's some kind of really big family or financial decision that you're making that I think is going to put you in a more stable position. And you're having the talk, okay? Whatever that is, you're having the talk. Somebody's having a talk with you. So let's see here. The Hierophant reversed. The Ace of Wands. Something is not aligned with you. But I think you're going to find it's motivating with that Ace of Wands. Like, for instance, this may be a partnership that you're like, this isn't really somebody I'd usually date, or I've never really wanted to have a relationship like this before, but it's kind of inspiring, or it's kind of turning me on, or there's something about the unconventional for you that is exciting. There's something about it that's exciting for you, but I think you're going to find that whomever you may be involved with may be a bit shy, or you may find yourself in that way with that demeanor. The Death reversed and the King of Wands. This may be somebody that you're attracted to. You know, this can even be something as simple as, let's say you're married and your husband or your wife wants to do something a little bit freaky deaky, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, maybe tell me more. let's think about this. And then like you get really excited about it, or it turns you on, or you're ready to do it. And then you're like, oh God, I'm getting cold feet. You know, it feels like that, but it does feel a bit surprising. And I think it's to do with the partnership, or maybe you meet somebody that, you know, is just very unconventional, or is not somebody that you would usually date or have sex with, or whatever it may be. The Strength reversed is your advice. Well, that's a lot of cards. I'm going to take them anyway. The Nine of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. I think that you can have a genuinely solid connection and vulnerable and meaningful connection with somebody. But I want to say take it slow. Don't be impulsive. Take your time. Make sure that your boundaries are high. Because I think that something can be promising, but if you jump in too quickly to it, or, you know, if you let your pride or your ego get in the way and you feel like you have to prove something, that's when I feel like you're going to kind of cut yourself off at the knees. Yeah, see, don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive, because it could end up ruining the connection, or ruining some kind of reconciliation if that's something that you're interested in. Can you tell me more about that Ace of Wands? The Page of Swords reverse. Something that you don't know enough about. Again, it's something that is not your normal. Like, I don't know if it's something kinky. I don't know if it's a certain relationship dynamic. You know, maybe you want to do like BDSM or something, you know. Maybe it's not that, right? But and you're just like, well, this is awesome, but like, I don't know if I know enough about it. You know, that's kind of what it is. But I think that's exactly what sparks your interest. Tell me about that Page of Wands reversed. The Nine of Pentacles. You're kind of asking yourself, am I going to enjoy this? Is this what I really want on an individual level? Again, just take it slow. Okay, even if this is like, it doesn't have to be a relationship. Even if this is like a business partnership, you're like, oh, that's an interesting idea. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know. It looks pretty good, Virgo, but that's what I have for you. Sorry about the stuttering. Love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Libra, let's see what you don't see coming. But first, let's go ahead and check on your energy and just kind of see where you're at, so I can get a feel on things. Queen of Wands reversed. Not feeling too good, huh? You might be feeling a little jealous, to be honest with you. Sometimes that can be what the Queen of Wands reversed is, or just not really feeling very confident in yourself for some reason. We're going to see why that is. The Knight of Cups. I'm getting this energy that you don't really believe, or you're not really sure if you can believe what you're hearing or what you're seeing. Like, you don't trust it. You feel like it's too good to be true in some ways. Why is that Queen of Wands reversed? The Four of Pentacles. You may be like, I don't know. I feel like somebody doesn't have enough money. There may be an insecurity around taking a risk. Why is that? Give me one more on this. The Knight of Wands. You're like, I don't know if somebody's mature enough. That can be it. Especially if you're showing up as a queen and you feel like somebody else is a knight. Okay? It's like, yeah, you know. Because it goes page, knight, king and queen, right? Like they're on the same wavelength there. So a knight is kind of beneath a queen, right? And so you may be like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can really take that seriously. That's what I think it is. So I don't really think you're asserting yourself or necessarily initiating anything until you decide to flirt a little, or you decide to get really creative with your communication with another person, if you know what I mean. And it feels like it goes really well. You're in your higher mind. You're kind of acting a little melty. Like, maybe you're somebody who's very used to being quite assertive and very in your feminine rage energy, or very masculine, or whatever you are, right? And then like there's something about a situation or some kind of communication that you're receiving that's making you soften a little bit. It kind of feels like somebody's chipping away at you, or they're kind of trying to soften you up a little bit. And to be honest with you, I feel like it's working. You may be like, I don't know, this is too much responsibility. Do I really want to give to this? But the thing is that this person is offering you something that you feel is valuable. And I think that you're into it. Now I'm hearing that song by Chase Atlantic, Into It. Magician reversed and 8 of Wands. There's communication that's coming in that you don't see coming at all. What's this about, the communication? Or it may be an unexpected trip. Ooh, the Empress. You may get news that you're pregnant. Just putting that out there. You may get news that you're pregnant or that somebody else is pregnant and you're like, what the? Okay, if you're somebody who can get others pregnant, then you may get somebody pregnant and be like, oh my God. Tell me more about that Magician reverse, please. Woo, the devil. This is something that you thought was not going to happen. I don't think that you thought this was going to happen and you felt like it was just in the past or it was some kind of big regret, but it's something that you wanted. And bada bing, bada boom, 9 of Cups. It can be that you finally get the news that you're cleared for plastic surgery. Maybe you finally get that creative job or beauty influencer job that you wanted. And you had just like decided, oh, I'm just not going to get it, or I'm not going to hear from them. You hear from them. You hear from somebody. And it looks like it's good news. Because at first, when it begins, you're not really feeling very confident with that Queen of Wands reverse. But look how quickly that turns around. Holy shit, I made it, you know? Your advice, Fool, leave the past in the past, baby. This is a brand new beginning. You got to strap on your oh shit boots and get ready. Don't miss out on something that you want. Don't miss out on something that you want because you rather stay content. Temperance, 10 of Wands, you can do this. It's something that's going to feel like a lot, but I assure you that you're going to be able to do this. And the news that's coming in is going to benefit you so much that you never thought that this day would come. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, you have, we have that new moon in Pisces. I feel like it's something around that new moon in Pisces. Most likely. And you're going to think, oh God, you know, maybe I should just stay where I'm at. Nope, 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 nope. Get rid of that mind frame. You can't do that anymore. This is a big deal. Don't sleep on yourself. Don't stay content just because it feels comfortable. After a time, it's not going to feel so comfortable anymore. And you're going to stay stagnant. And you don't want to do that. And it's going to feel like a lot. But I promise you, if you can write your to-do list or get your shit in order, whatever it is, you will be able to do this and you will be able to succeed. Good luck, Libra. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. All right, Scorpio, you are up. Let's see what you don't see coming. 2 of Swords for your energy. I feel like you got a choice between 2 things, but you kind of feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Don't ignore your intuition. You know the right answer. Stop pretending like you don't know the right answer. You know the right answer. I thought we talked about this. I'm just kidding. You know the answer. You know your highest potential. And you also know that you're going to have to drop something else in order to focus on whatever this is. But there's probably fear. You might be worrying about who you may upset. You may be worrying about what is someone else gonna think. You're ruled by Mars. Try to try to remember that. Okay? So it may take some knocking some screws loose a little bit, or needing to drop certain things in order to see something through, but you know what the answer is, and because you know what the answer is, you know what the decision is. This is something that's likely going to help you get to a more stable position. Not just financially, because that's a part of it, but also within yourself and knowing who you are, knowing what you're capable of. But you're only going to know what you're capable of once you decide what you are capable of, which means that you're going to have to get up. You're going to have to make the hard decision. You're going to have to drop some people or some shit that doesn't work for you anymore. And you're going to have to get it together. You know, you're going to have to make the hard decision. Oof. It's storming like crazy out here, honey. That was Thor, baby. That was Thor. Okay. Listen, confirmation in my opinion. I don't know if you heard that. That was crazy thunder. Let's see. This is going to require you spending some time alone. And you're not going to expect this. You have what it takes. It's competitive, but you have what it takes. Oh, I just got really excited. I feel like you're going to win something or you're going to get something. Yeah, I've told you, you're going to have to, this is going to take some time alone. Like you're going to have to be alone to do this. What is the best way I can explain this? Let's say that, you know, you're like, you know, you see a job on LinkedIn and you're like, it's like your fucking dream job. And you're like, you know, I'll never get it. I'll never get it, you know? And I would have to travel in order to get that job. And, you know, I just can't do that right now. Okay. So let's say that you apply just for shits and giggles, just for fun. And then a week later, you get the job. But it's going to require you to work behind the scenes, be alone a little bit. But there's also something competitive about it. And you're going to find, I will be honest with you, you're going to learn a lot about yourself through this experience, because you are going to realize what you're capable of. You're finally going to realize it. And I think that it's a positive reality check for you. Because you may look back and think, God, I can't believe how small I've been playing. You know? Yeah, look, King of Pentacles. Money, money, money. Focus on your money. Focus on your money. Speak up. Do the thing. Don't abandon your finances. There's something that you're needing to build, potentially through communication or writing, or again, you're needing to speak up about something in order to achieve whatever this is. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with finances, yes, but just general overall stability as well. Don't feel like, oh, you know, it's just a pipe dream. Nope, it's asking you to dream big, baby. You got to get it together, which means some old dreams may have to die. Some old coworkers may have to go. An old job may have to go. I don't know. But the one thing that I can tell you is it will be worth it. Love ya. Bye. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. All right, Saggy, let's see what's going on for you. What you don't see coming. But first I want to check in on your energy, see how you guys are favoring here. We had the 5 of Wands reversed in your energy with the 9 of Swords. You don't want nothing to do with it. Okay. You want a vacation. You don't want to fight about it. You don't want to think about it. You are drama free, or at least you're trying to be. Love this. You're being very mature about a situation. I want to see what that Five of Wands reversed is. The Three of Wands reverse. I feel like you and other people, maybe it's family members, maybe it's a partner, doesn't matter who it is. You and other people are in some kind of disagreement about something, about how a plan should go, about where you guys should go on vacation, about what you should do for a living, how you should build this business and make it work. And you're just like, yeah, whatever, fine, I don't care. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. You're just being the person to like hold the space for others, and you're kind of like this emotional container that's holding it together for everybody else, but you're not engaging in some kind of argument or fight. Because it definitely feels like some kind of conflict that you're just like, okay, well, this is frustrating. I don't really care, you know? This can be around a relationship with that King of Cups, but it doesn't have to be. And for some of you, you may be going to therapy and getting some things off of your mind because you feel frustrated. Okay, I heard sexual healing for some of you. Yeah, it feels like a plan didn't go through and you're regretting maybe like not following through with something, or maybe you didn't take action on something, and whatever this is could have been a success. Like you may feel like, oh, well, it just got passed to somebody else because I didn't take it or whatever. But it's like you're not fighting it, whatever this is. You're not fighting it. You're just kind of letting it go. Oops, too many. Oh, too many. Damn. The Star, the Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. I have a feeling that you are getting a gift. It feels like you're getting a bit of a gift. I think here in your energy, you're agreeing to disagree with someone about something. But something comes in or someone comes in and it seems to instill your faith. It instills your faith. And I don't know if it's coming from a child or a partner, somebody you're dating, something that you're reading. But it almost feels like somebody is trying to assist you in some kind of dream that you have for yourself. And it feels like some kind of financial assistance that you're receiving. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, for you to finish something that you wanted to finish. For some of you, it can be being able to put money into a house. That can be it as well. Maybe you receive a grant. Maybe you have a parent that's going to help you with something related to your home. Maybe you decide to break out of the home and go somewhere and travel somewhere that you've always wanted to travel to. But you're receiving a huge gift. And I mean, I don't mean this as like, oh, here's a penny for your thoughts kind of thing. Like the star is a big deal. The star is a huge dream. It's some kind of dream. It's in regards to your North Star. And it's instilling your faith. Like, let's say you've been broke for a really, really long time. And then somebody, I don't know if you ever see those videos. It's like somebody's going through a really rough time and somebody comes around and is like, here's $5,000. And it just like makes their, makes their day or whatever. And it helps them pay their rent. And now they're not going to be homeless. I'm not saying it's that. Okay. But it feels really positive. The Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the Six of Wands. Please believe me when I say that what you're looking for is no longer back there. Don't focus on what didn't work out anymore. It didn't work out for a reason. Hopefully you've learned your lessons, apply them now. But the more that you try to hang on or try to force a narrative or try to force a plan that's just not really meant to work out, the more opportunities that you're going to miss, because those opportunities are trying to and have been trying to lead you to some kind of success and potentially some kind of recognition, potentially publicly. Okay, if that's what you want, but nonetheless, some kind of reward. So try to keep an open heart and keep an open mind and let go of the wheel. Only so much is up to you right now, Sagittarius. You'll thank me later. I love you. Take care. Bye. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what you don't see coming. First, we're checking in on your energy with the King of Wands. You're freaking feeling yourself. You're feeling yourself pretty damn good. Let's see. The Three of Cups reverse. Who needs people with a face like that? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. The Knight of Swords reverse. You know, I just feel like you're in a I don't really give a shit mode, to be honest. With that King of Wands, the Three of Cups reverse, and the Knight of Swords reverse, you're just kind of going with the flow, you know? Maybe you're around some people that are a little about the drama. Maybe they're gossiping, you know, and you're just very confident in yourself. You're very confident with what you're saying, but I don't really feel like you're saying much. Not because you don't have much to say, but I just feel like with this certain situation, you don't seem to really want to say anything at all. Because it almost feels like you're in this energy of feeling like somebody else is trying to strong arm you or trying to influence you in some kind of way. Like somebody who is insecure within themselves and maybe they're trying to trigger you. Tell me about that Three of Cups reversed. The Death reversed. It's some old shit coming back up, in my opinion. Some old drama, some old crap, you know, something that someone's saying, and you're really not like saying anything about it. And you may also feel like somebody's trying to come back together with you, or some kind of reconciliation is trying to take place, but I don't really know if you're interested. You know, with that Three of Cups reverse and that Knight of Swords reverse. You're just like, because you're just kind of feeling yourself and doing your own thing, in my opinion. So, let's see. The Queen of Cups reversed. Ooh, I feel like there's an emotional outburst that's getting ready to occur. With the Justice and the Four of Cups reversed. Ooh, yeah. There's some situation from the past that you may have regrets around, or somebody else does, maybe the both of you, and it's been in limbo for a while. And now whoever this is coming back around. They don't trust you. You know, I'm just going to tell you that right now. Whether you give a shit or not, I'm just telling you. This person does not trust you. They're feeling emotionally decentered. And I feel like this person is either A, in the right, or they're trying to make things right with you. They're trying to come out of some kind of disappointing situation between the two of you. What does this person want with Capricorn? Change. They want change. What kind of change are we looking at here? The Two of Wands. They want things to be different. They want something to be different. They just want something to be different. They don't want to have conversations with you in the way that they did before. They don't want the relationship to be like it was. They don't want the friendship to be like it was. They want some kind of change, even if that means like they have to leave. Like there's something about this person where they feel like if they can't see change between you and them in some regard, they're like, okay, well, I'll just pivot and I'll move on. That's kind of the consensus of it. Your advice is the Eight of Cups. Okay. Goodness gracious. The Three of Swords. The Hangman reverse. Ten of Swords. So, for some of you, you may really have to, you may be really having to ask yourself, is holding on better than just letting go? And really, you're the only one that's really going to be able to answer that. But you have to ask yourself, what hurts more? Now, the only way you're really going to know that is by A, hanging on, and B, walking away. But this is about really giving yourself a reality check about a situation, which may mean that you may have to break your own heart or even break somebody else's. But it's also asking you to surrender or potentially see something from a different angle. I heard Libra in my head. See something from a different angle, or put the shoe on the other foot, maybe. Or if somebody's not doing that for you, maybe it's really time to call it quits. Yeah, look, 7 of Cups reversed and the 10 of Swords. It's like something may have seen its day. Something may have seen its day. I pulled one more asking, you know, what it wants you to do. 8 of Pentacles. This is about mastering yourself, mastering something, needing to work on your health, your routine, your day-to-day, a writing project, something that you're learning. But mastery is needed here in some area of your life. So you got to get on it. I love you, Capricorn. Take care. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Okay, Aquarius, you're up. Let's see what you don't see coming. But first, we're going to go ahead and check in on your energy. Show me Aquarius. The 9 of Pentacles reversed. Don't do that. Because it feels like you're trying to overcompensate, or you may be having some kind of challenging conversation with another person where you're feeling like you have to overgive in some way, or where you're feeling like something that you have to offer isn't good enough. And I think if you do that, which you very well may, you can change this, you have free will, you're going to end up regretting it. So for instance, maybe you have somebody flashing their money in your face and you're like, well, I want to prove that, you know, I'm not broke. And so I'm going to pay for everybody's tab at the bar. And then you wake up the next day and you're like, I shouldn't have done that, you know? And I'm not saying that's what it is. But don't overgive or overdo it in some way and give what you really don't have, even if it's just energetically, because I do feel like you're going to regret it. And even then, you're still going to feel like not seen. You're going to feel with that 6 of Wands reverse like it's just not worth it. You're like, damn, I did all that and for what? So just be careful with that. Yeah, because it's like you keep trying to make something work, not necessarily out of love. I'm not saying that there's not love here if this is a relationship or something, but it's more out of an attachment or a fear that you're doing something. Because when the 9 of Pentacles shows up in reverse like that, it's a discontentment within self. It's an insecurity within self. It's a feeling of, oh, well, I'm not worthy unless I overgive, or unless I, you know, am better than somebody else, or whatever it may be. Don't do that. The 2 of Cups and the King of Cups reversed. I'm almost getting like this push-pull energy where it's like somebody's connecting with you. You feel very understood. And then all of a sudden they just kind of shut down. And I think that may be exactly where it's kind of coming from. Because you may be very afraid that you're going to miss out on an opportunity with this person. Change your thinking. They're going to miss out on an opportunity with you. Okay? If this person isn't like the best person in the world. Why is the King of Cups reversed? The Star reversed. It's like this person has a fear of true vulnerability. And while there's a connection there, right? While there's a connection there and all of these things, it's like, it's genuine, okay? But what may surprise you is you may even intuit that this person is not being 1000% authentic with you. They may just be trying to tell you whatever it is that you want to hear. And I think that you're going to sense it. Because you may end up being surprised by what they're telling you, and you're like, "Well, that's not what you were saying to Stacy last week, or that's not what you were saying to Brian or Jake last week." You know, it's because, well, they might be full of shit a little bit. You may end up being surprised by how much somebody else is held back. Tell me about that Justice. The Queen of Wands. I think you're going to surprise yourself. Because now you're at this point, it's like, yes, there's a connection here, or yes, there's some kind of vulnerability to an extent. But then you're going to realize that somebody is also just overcompensating, which is in turn going to make you want to overcompensate to fill some kind of void, or because you're so excited about what they're saying. But a lot of it is just to be able to maybe get something out of you or to fill the spaces. And I think that you're going to find that you end up making a decision that is a bit more emotionally detached than you would have expected. It's a bit more, I don't want to say authoritative, but kind of, it's more assertive, because I think that you're going to sense it and you're going to be like, yeah, I don't feel like you're being genuine. I'm just going to cut this off for now. It doesn't mean that we can't be friends, or whatever it may be. Doesn't mean we can't talk later. You don't want to play those games. It's kind of what I'm getting from you. So it might be your own strength that really surprises you. The Six of Cups reversed is your advice. The Temperance reverse. Yeah, again, don't try to overdo it. Don't try to overdo it, because it almost makes me feel like there's something a little bit more superficial here than there is actual depth or vulnerability, or like authentic vulnerability. Don't get me wrong, there's a connection there, but there's more to it than that. And I think if you try to push it, you're going to feel that nobody kind of wins here. Okay? So don't try to prove something. And don't try to force it. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Love ya. Bye. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. All right, Pisces, let's see what you don't see coming. All right, 5 million cards already want to come out. This should be good. Let's see. Show me Pisces. First, we're going to check in on your energy. If you've been here before, you know how it goes. 10 of Swords reversed. Okay. Okay. King of Swords reversed. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. This may be reversed for some of you. Reverse, 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 reverse. This may be reversed for some of you, but I kind of think you're at this point where you are telling a story in the way that you want it to be told. You're reliving a narrative from your own headspace. Now, I'm not saying that that's not the truth. It's obviously your truth, right? But is it though? Is it the truth? Because the way that you're telling a story isn't really logical, or it's not really helping you or anybody else, because I don't feel like that's actually I don't feel like that's the case. And with that Wheel of Fortune there, again, you're trying to control some narrative or trying to push some narrative, potentially even trying to gaslight another person or lie about what has happened in the past, when that's really not the case. And you can kind of be digging yourself into a bit of a deeper hole. You know, for some of you, you can be feeling like you know everything and you know the right thing to say and the right way to go. And I don't know if you do, like with what I'm seeing. What is the narrative we're trying to push here, or what's going on? The Eight of Wands, something legally, or something regarding a group of people or some kind of friends, some kind of third party, because it doesn't feel like you're being honest, though. It feels like you're lying. Because maybe you're trying to get into somebody's pants, or you're trying to have a new beginning somewhere, and you feel like you have to lie or change some kind of story or narrative in order to have your way or keep something going. Like I said, it might be reversed for some of you. The Eight of Swords. Somebody may trip you up here. Listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. Somebody may go to jail, okay? Somebody may end up going to jail with that Eight of Swords and that Two of Pentacles. Hold on, let me get another one here. Now, that's obviously not for all of you, okay? It doesn't always have to be that dramatic. Okay, that's way too many. Just give me one. I'm just gonna pull one. These cards kind of suck for pop-outs. The Seven of Cups. What's that Eight of Swords about? The Four of Pentacles. So, excuse me, there's something financially going on here where you may kind of find yourself stuck in a rut, either in regards to your priorities or how you're spending your money, or potential options in regards to maybe people you want to hire to help you manage your finances or help you with a financial situation, or maybe it's something regarding saving money. I feel like your priorities, like you're doing what it is that you need to do, but there's a lot of stuff that you can't really see regarding your money, or maybe there's certain things that you can't see when it comes to how you can make money. What's the surprising part about this? The Three of Swords reversed and the World. I feel like you're going to finally resolve something, and you may not expect it. And it can literally be a financial issue, or there can be a new way to make money that you never really thought about before, or that you couldn't have dreamed up yourself. And it can be more maybe in a creative profession, or maybe it is, you know, you land an acting job or something like that. And you're like, oh God, I don't know. Can I afford to do this acting job? I don't think you can afford to not do it, you know? And I'm not saying it's an acting job, but it's something creative. It's something fun. Maybe this is what you're telling yourself. Maybe it's like you're getting invitations to do something fucking awesome, and you're like, oh no, you know, I failed once before, I'll fail again. Absolutely. If you tell yourself that you're going to fail, you absolutely just might. So what story do you want to tell yourself? What story do you want to be true? Do you know? Great. Now go make it. That's your advice. The Sun. You have to believe in yourself. You have to show up as authentic as you can, as who you truly are. What really lights you up inside? What makes you happy? What are you capable of? Detach from this narrative that you're just wasting your time. Saying that something is a waste of time is a choice. If you decide that something is a waste of time, it absolutely is. If you've gained nothing from it, if you weren't able to serve someone else, if you know, didn't learn something, absolutely, then it's 1000% a waste of time. But there's something mentally that you have been telling yourself that is a waste of your time. That's a waste of your time. That old narrative that you keep repeating. It is time for you to be confident even when you don't feel like it. It's time for you to show up, show out, show who you really are, show your talents, your gifts, your skills, your abilities. But you're not going to be able to do it with the mindset that you've been in. Okay? You have more value than you think. All right, Pisces, take care. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one.